So I want to say thank you to Wawa. I want to say thank you to Gabrielle. I want to say thank you to Sasha. Where's Sasha? There's Sasha. I want to say thank you to Kathleen, somewhere over there. There's Kathleen. Thank you very much.
On remercie l'équipe, la petite équipe.
Okay. This is the 4th year of Festival Defund La Police. When we started organizing this festival, we imagined it not as a protest or a demonstration, but rather a celebration of the incredibly hard work visionary people and organizations are doing right now in our communities. This year is the most important edition, perhaps, of Festival Defund La Police that we've ever held. It's the most important edition of the festival because this week is the anniversary of the tragic state-sanctioned murder of Ronny Kay at the hands of the SPVM. We spoke to Ronny's family earlier this week, or earlier this month, and they asked us to take a moment to think about Ronny, an intelligent, young, talented man who had hopes and dreams for the future, a member of the community that was stolen from all of us well before his time. Ronny Kay was shot dead, murdered by members of the local police force on September 19th, 3 years ago today.
Okay, alors cette année, c'est probablement une des éditions les plus importantes que le festival a jamais tenues. C'est une édition importante parce que c'est aussi tenu en même temps que la semaine où on commémore la mort tragique de Ronny Kay, qui est un membre de la communauté chinoise ici. Puis Ronny était connu beaucoup comme un travailleur, il faisait beaucoup de bénévolat dans la communauté, il était beaucoup impliqué, il faisait partie du conseil d'administration de plusieurs groupes dans la communauté. Donc, il est reconnu, puis on se souvient de lui comme une personne intelligente, avec beaucoup de talent, très impliqué. Il avait sa communauté à cœur, donc malheureusement, il a été tué. Il a été tué par la police, il est mort aux mains de la police, puis 3 ans auparavant, donc le 19 septembre. Et ouais, alors on prend un moment pour se remémorer de son implication dans la communauté, puis on se rappelle que sa vie, pour nous, avait une signification. Donc on a parlé avec sa famille pendant la préparation de ce festival, puis j'aurais envie d'ajouter que c'était quand même émouvant de lire la réponse de sa sœur qui était en fait surprise qu'il y ait des gens qui se rappelaient encore de la vie de son frère, puis que malheureusement elles n'ont pas pu se présenter parce que c'est difficile pour eux de prendre parole pour ce genre de message, mais merci.
Michelle Kay, oh, okay, oh, it's gone. Michelle Kay, Ronny's sister, wants us to remember that Ronny was a very kind and great soul, someone who loved life and strived to make things better around him. So on the 3rd anniversary of Ronny Kay's killing, I invite everyone here to take a moment of silence to think about the members of your family that you hold dear. Think about how they've made the world a little bit of a better place, and remember Ronny, not just because of what was inflicted upon him, but because of the beauty that he brought into this world. We'll take a few moments after my colleague does a...
On va prendre une minute de silence pour se commémorer Ronny Kay, et l'importance qu'il avait dans la communauté, puis aussi prendre un moment de penser aux gens qui nous sont chers, puis l'importance qu'ils ont pour nous.
So I invite everybody to let's take just a minute to... Thank you. I really appreciate it. So a little bit of housekeeping just before I forget. At the entry table, we have some propaganda and masks. You're encouraged to mask, but it's not mandatory. There's some name tags with pronouns. We have what are y'all up to over there? Arts for Palestine is here. Please check out Arts for Palestine. We have a button-making station in the back. There is some comic books, there's some magazines you can use, but there's also pre-made defund buttons, and there's some pre-made CPSA buttons. You can ask them what that means. There's food in the back, it's free, help yourself. There's some juices, it's all donated by Midnight Kitchen. Yeah, I guess that's the housekeeping.
Ok, fait qu'on va faire des shout-outs aux tables qui participent au festival. On a Arts for Pal qui est juste ici. Vous pouvez aller voir, sinon, yeah, shout-out. On peut aller voir aussi en arrière genre une machine à macarons. Ok, puis on a aussi de la nourriture qui nous a été offerte par Midnight Kitchen. Puis on a aussi, en fait, on recommande très fortement de porter un masque. Ils sont tous fournis à l'entrée. C'est pas obligatoire, mais c'est recommandé. Puis
The next event will start around 1 o'clock. We'll have a discussion circle here about people with lived experiences. There's also going to be at the same time a satellite event at the garden nearby. There are maps on the entry table to help you get there. We'll have a volunteer walk people over actually at like 10 to or maybe 5 to. We'll have a volunteer walk people over. So if anybody's interested in the food sovereignty panel that's happening at the garden nearby, there's going to be a workshop that's going to be a bit hands-on. So, oh, Gabrielle.
Just the mic
Okay.
is, I think
That's it.
ok, alors il y a un événement satellite qui va se passer au jardin.
1 o'clock in like
À
20
1 heure,
minutes.
dans 20 minutes. On a des cartes pour vous situer un peu dans le quartier chinois. Il y a aussi des recommandations de restaurants et tout sur ces cartes-là. Puis on a aussi une traductrice qui va faire la traduction simultanée. Puis si vous voyez des membres de la communauté chinoise qui rentrent, Céline qui est juste ici, je vais vous faire un highlight, mais juste pour dire. Puis conversation sur food sovereignty. Oh, c'est
La souveraineté alimentaire.
souveraineté alimentaire, merci. C'est un gros problème dans le quartier chinois, mais c'est aussi, en fait, ça fait partie des solutions de comment on rend la communauté plus safe. Donc, dans le jardin, puis après, on revient ici pour d'autres conversations qui sont centrées aussi sur l'expérience personnelle et vécue. Alors, bon festival?
Bon festival.
Bon
Okay.
festival.
Thank you. So, oh, this one's on. Hello, hello. Okay. I don't want to hold you hostage, so if you want to go get some food and have the buttons and like talk in the back, that's totally okay. There's a short story I really wanted to share with you, and we have enough time to do it, so I'm going to do it. It's called June. It's authored by Dion Brand, a Toronto poet, activist, scholar. It's a beautiful, beautiful short story. I'm just going to share it with you. So you don't have to stay seated if you don't want to, but if you do, feel free. Food, please eat. Okay. All cities are ambiguous, and not just in fog or snow or rain. There is sometimes the inability to make a thing out. Fog, here, can make the next block a mystery. Snow, disguise the known topography. And rain, something a poet once called the happiest of weathers. Rain can turn any event doubtful, and never take heat and sun too lightly here. Well, who does? Anyway, such is the changeability, the indefiniteness of the city. A plain day is never plain. Just because you can see doesn't mean you will see. So, it's that kind of a day in the city. The season doesn't matter. In fact, it's not quite day. Everything is still perfect. June sits up in bed. She's heard something on the radio which wakes her. 100 musicians, she says? Great! Musicians, no. Policemen. 100 policemen. Her lover rolls over, feet on the floor. It's musicians, I heard. Her lover laughs. Ha! You're still asleep, dreaming. He said policemen. Pianists, maybe. That would make sense. I swear I heard pianists. For Jane and Finch, don't be silly. 100 policemen. The radio's red numbers burn in the early morning dark of the room. June is positive. The radio show she wakes to every morning on the CBC never fails her. It said 100 musicians. Or pianists, or flautists, or guitarists, but definitely something to do with music. The mayor, it said. The mayor was sending them to Jane and Finch. No, it must be musicians. That's going to be awesome. Dream on, baby. Imagine, Jesus, he's a genius, perfect. June feels as if she's inhaled water. God, the idea of 100 musicians in the neighborhood, fucking perfect. It's diabolical, she calls to the lover who is rising and moving towards the bathroom. June, wake up. Why the hell would they send 100 musicians? The lover's voice is exasperated now. Why wouldn't they? The lover turns back to June on the bed just to make sure June's not sleeping. June's hair is in sleep disarray. June's hands in splayed open gesture. June is sitting straight up now and she sounds combative. Why not? You're kidding me, right? The lover only wants to go to the bathroom, shower, get on the 400, and get to work and bury on time. The lover doesn't want an argument, especially not a ridiculous one. I heard distinctly Andy Barry say the mayor is going to send 100 musicians to Jane and Finch. If you didn't hear it, fine, but don't dismiss it. The lover really just wants to say, good morning, honey, and decides to say, good morning, honey. Don't be patronizing, June says. I'm only saying 100 musicians is what he said, and I think it's a brilliant idea. The lover looks at her patronizingly. Okay, fine, June says. Listen, they'll repeat it. You will hear. June, he said 100 policemen. They're finding money to send an extra policeman to Jane and Finch. Musicians, June says emphatically. She's intransigent now. It's too early. The lover doesn't want to fight. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun's not even out yet. If it shows up at all. June's a queer one. The lover remembers once June spent all of breakfast, the whole bloody morning talking into Neil. That was because the lover before him spoke to Neil. And once in the middle of the night, June woke in Spanish. That was because of the Chilean lover in the 80s. So now these musicians. Was June seeing a musician on the side? June carries the remnant of people, of things, of the world with her. We all do. But June carries hers on the surface. Her skin is iridescent, and these glimpses and glances. Where others would filter out, June takes in. She herself never says who she is or how she arrived in the city, but she knows enough about other people. The lover suspects, but would not dare ask June. Anyway, June would say something vague or something that felt like knives, and that would be the end of it. June can be vague, and then again, something like knives, and sometimes the lovers want to risk all of it, like now. Okay, listen. The lover sits mercilessly on the bed. Though actually another half hour can't be wasted on this. Already cars on the 400 are tight like a huddle of penguins. The 401 is buckling with steel and rubber carbons. But living with June is not like living in the real world. It's policemen, the lover says resolutely. Musicians, June says childishly. Policemen, why in God's name do you think they would send musicians? The lover is becoming intolerant. What would musicians do? Play, June says. Soothe the turmoil, calm the heart. They're children. They're wrecked. Music would make them happy. Don't be naive. They're gunmen. They're sending police for the gunmen. The gunmen are children. They need music. They could use some bicycles, some painters, some soccer balls, some trees. The place is pure post-industrial dreck. Who would want to murder somebody? 100 trees, 100 teachers, 100 trips out of there. 100 anything. Not 100 policemen. Why are you so fucking pessimistic? The lover lay down and nodded off through the bizarre dawn inventory. The word pessimistic pierces the senses, though. Pessimistic? Me? I'm pessimistic? Lord, why am I having this conversation? The lover springs up. Yes, pessimistic. Why would you say 100 policemen? I'm not saying it. He said it. No, he didn't. You did. What for? To lay siege? To lay waste? What is it? Another country? An invading foreign power? It's children. They're suicidal, murderous, nihilistic. The lover never expected to wake up in the heat of a guerrilla war. Who does? Unless you live with June. June's voice becomes hectoring. You really don't understand these things, do you? Sipo would. Oh fuck, here we go with Sipo again. For the last time, that's what I heard. Why? The lover hears a plaintive note in June's voice, but the lover will not be taken in and bolts for the bathroom. June waits for the news. No imagination. None. The voice begins reading the news and June raises the volume. It says, and June unquestionably hears, the mayor has decided to send 100 musicians, including flautists, guitarists, bassists, saxophonists, drummers, and pianists to the Jane and Finch corridor to help curb the violence in the neighborhood. The plan was approved by the city council. Yes, June yells towards the bathroom door. People hear what they want to hear, June thinks, thinking of the lover. Right then the lover is thinking June hears what she wants to hear, believes what she wants to believe, like she's not living in the same time as the rest of us. Christ, traffic. Late again. The city, indistinguishable seconds ago, is coming into full light outside. The gray corners clarifying, the sun's coming over Nielsen and Kingston Road. Soon it will radiate the whole of the city. That was by Dionne Brand. She's a poet based out of Toronto. I just find it really moving, and I hope that everybody here can take away, let's be a little bit more like June. Try to be a little bit more like June.